little bit of trivia to kind of get people going. I had promised on Tuesday night that we would be talking football and basketball, and so I will do just that. And wanted to see. I'll share some stuff here. Hopefully you'll be able to see what is on the screen right above me. I'm going to change this around a little bit. Okay. So this is so if you know the answer, just put it in the chat, or if you have an answer, just put it in the chat. Nobody's going to make fun of you. Nobody's going to think any less of you or anything like that. But what city did the Oklahoma Thunder play in before Oklahoma City? So what city were they in before they were in Oklahoma City? Now, this one's a little trickier or a little more odd because they did change names when they moved from this city to OKC. If you know what city that was, you can put it in the chat. I'll even give you a hint. Kevin Durant's rookie card is in this jersey, if you can think of it. So what we're looking for is in the chat, if you can put what city Oklahoma, the Oklahoma Thunder played in before they were in Oklahoma. If you know that, put that in the chat. I'll give you a few seconds here to see if anybody puts anything in and takes a guess, but we're looking for the city that the OKC Thunder played in before they played in Oklahoma City. Now, the hint is Kevin Durant's rookie card is actually in this jersey. He technically was a part of this franchise, or he was part of this team before moving to Oklahoma City. So I'll give you about 3 seconds on this one. OKC Thunder, where did they play before Oklahoma City? The answer is Seattle. They were the Seattle Supersonics back in the day. So Oklahoma City moved from Seattle, and the next one goes back a little bit. What city did the Sacramento Kings, we're obviously starting with basketball first, before the Sacramento Kings moved to Sacramento, what city were they in? They were in another city. I'll even give you a hint. It was a Midwestern city. They moved from a Midwestern city to Sacramento. What is the name of that city? Do you have any ideas? If you do, put it in the chat. We're looking for a Midwestern city that Sacramento used to be in. And I'll give you about, 3-4 seconds. And then when we're done with some of this trivia, we're then going to open up, you can't see it, this pack of 2022 Donruss. Okay, what city did Sacramento play in before Sacramento? 3, 2, 1. It was Kansas City. They were the Kansas City Kings before they moved to Sacramento. Okay, next. And after this, we'll have some NFL teams that moved. The Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks, they moved. What city were they in before Atlanta? I'll give you a hint. If you're still on the line from the last one, it's the same state. It's a city in the same state as the last answer. It's a Midwestern city that was in the same state as where the Sacramento Kings used to play. Atlanta Hawks. They were in the Midwestern city, and if you follow this at all, it's the same city that I live in. The Atlanta Hawks used to play in another city. What was the city before, right before they became the Atlanta Hawks? Not that this matters, but 2 moves ago, they were the Milwaukee Hawks. Oh, yes, we have an answer. St. Louis, the St. Louis Hawks. All right. Good answer, Laura. Good job. All right, way to go. See, we have all kinds of people that know these things. All right. The Los Angeles Lakers, they've been in Los Angeles a long time, but before they were the LA Lakers, they played in another city. Because if you think about it, Los Angeles is kind of weird to be called the Lakers. So this is another Midwestern city that the LA Lakers came from before they were the LA Lakers. What city was that? Midwestern city, think lakes, maybe, think like state mottos, those kinds of things. What city did the LA Lakers play in before LA? And it's a long time ago. I'll tell you, George Mikan was their star back in the day. So it goes back to what, the late 40s, early 50s ish, that they were playing in the city. So I'll give you about 3 seconds or so if you think you know it. All right. Um, 3, 2, 1. It was the Minneapolis Lakers. Think of Minneapolis, land of 1,000 lakes, I think Minnesota's called, but it was the Minneapolis Lakers. Okay, next city. Now this is another LA, the Los Angeles Clippers. Oh, well, you got that a little late. Am I behind? Am I lagging maybe? Um, the LA Clippers played in another city. I'll give you a hint. It's the same state as as where Los Angeles is. So it's a city in California, uh, is where the LA Clippers played. What is that city? I'm not going to give you any more hints. I could give you another one, but it might give it away if I give you the geographical area or geographical indicator one way or the other. But it was a city in California. The LA Clippers used to play in the city in California. What was that city? And don't forget, if you're listening right now, to like this broadcast, to like this video, if you will, and to hit subscribe. If you like what you're seeing, hit subscribe. And like I said, when we're done with this and we're going to go through NFL, we're going to be opening up a pack of 2022 Donruss. And it looks like my main man, Nathaniel, might not be on the broadcast tonight because I started late. All right. So, does anybody have an idea where the LA Clippers played before LA? I'll give you about 3 seconds. What was the name of the city? It was in California. That's the hint. Okay. We're going to say 3, 2, 1. They were the San Diego Clippers. They were the San Diego Clippers. Now we're going to move on. Oh, we have one more. I'm sorry. Now, this one's a little interesting. If you ever think about the Utah Jazz, you really don't think of Jazz when you have Utah. Where did the Utah Jazz, in what city did they used to play before they moved to Utah? What was the city of the Utah Jazz before they played in Utah? If you have an idea, put it in the chat. Please put it in the chat if you know what city the Utah Jazz played in before Utah. What was the name of the team before the Utah Jazz? Essentially, they kept the name because Jazz doesn't make a lot of sense with Utah. You don't really think Jazz with Utah, but they played in another city that is known for Jazz. What was that city? It was a team. It was a city known for jazz, and I'll even give you another hint: Mardi Gras. They're known for jazz and Mardi Gras, and then they moved to Utah. Any ideas on who that team might be? All right. The Utah Jazz used to be the New Orleans Jazz. The New Orleans Jazz. Okay, now we're going to go through the NFL real quick, and I'll try to give some hints here. The Tennessee Titans used to play were known by another name, actually, and they used to play in a city out of Texas, or in Texas, I guess I should say. What was the name of the team? Now, they've even changed their team name, so it's a wholesale change. It's a city change, and it's a team name change. Where did the Tennessee Titans, what was the name of the team before they moved to Tennessee? Any ideas on this one? What was the name of the team before they were the Tennessee Titans? We've had a few right answers tonight. I think we have a lot of folks that might be a little afraid to answer. All right, the Tennessee Titans were the Houston Oilers. They were the Houston Oilers. So it was a wholesale change. It was the city changed and the team name changed. All right. So what we're doing online tonight is we're guessing what city these teams played in before they're at their present location. So the Arizona Cardinals used to play in another city. I know it's Phoenix. They were the Phoenix Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals. I'm talking about where did they move from? They moved west from a city back in the 80s, mid to late 80s. Yes, you got that right, Rashad. Well, you have at Louis, but yes, St. Louis is that team. They were the St. Louis Cardinals. All right. Next team. Good job. All right. Now, the Los Angeles Rams, and I'm going to kind of do this together. Oh, wait. The Los Angeles Rams. Okay. Where were the Los Angeles Rams? I'm kind of giving the answer away here. I'm asking for the move that happened like what 6 years ago. Where did Los Angeles used to play? And if you need a hint, yes, Rashad got that one right too, and I left it up there. I was going to make this harder and say, okay, they were the LA Rams, the St. Louis Rams, the LA Rams. What city before that? But that's really hard. They were the Cleveland Rams back before all that. Okay, Indianapolis Colts. This one might, you already got it. Rashad. I think I was saying Rashad. Rashad, you are killing it. Baltimore Colts. Yes, there's a great 30 for 30 on that move. It was like an overnight move, and they really aggravated, made everybody mad in Baltimore. So yes, you got that right. Okay, next. I have a feeling Rashad might get this one right. The Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens actually weren't an expansion team if you ever really look at it. They moved from a city. Now, I will say it's a wholesale change, meaning they changed their city and they changed the name of the team. And what's interesting about this is there is a team with that old name. Yes, Shot, I knew would get it right. They were the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns actually moved their team to Baltimore, and the NFL said that the Baltimore Ravens would not retain the Browns name and that the Cleveland Browns would be a team again, like that the city of Cleveland would retain that name, the Browns. And so they actually got an expansion team. The Cleveland Browns got an expansion team like 20 years ago. All right. Now here's one a little bit different. Okay, so the Las Vegas Raiders used to be the Oakland Raiders. Before they were Oakland Raiders, they were in another city just before that, just before Oakland, like in the 80s. The 80s through, I want to say, part of the 90s, they were in this city. Oh, man. Rashad is a big football fan. Okay, Rashad, you got to hit that subscribe button. You got to hit that like button. You're a football fan. You're kind of a trivia guy like me. So this is what we do on these live streams. So please subscribe and hit that like button. Okay, now Rashad, I don't know if you're going to know this one, but who were the Kansas City Chiefs? What city? And maybe even what was the team name back in the day? Let me make sure that I have this looked up. They were in Texas. They actually moved from Texas. They were not the Dallas Chiefs. They were not the Dallas Chiefs. You got wait, what did I do? Oh, yes, they were the Los Angeles. I'm sorry. They were the Los Angeles. Sorry. They were the Los Angeles Raiders. You got that right, Rashad. You got that right. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden thinking about something. Okay. The Kansas City Chiefs were not the Dallas Chiefs. The actual name of the team changed when they moved. They were, hold on one second here. I just hit one of my screens. Where am I? Shoot. Did I just? Okay. Okay. Here's the hint. They were a Texas team. They were a Texas team. And they were, I keep pulling up the wrong thing. I'm sorry. They were a Texas team. Well, I'll just tell it to you. They were the Dallas Texans. They were the Dallas Texans. So Houston's expansion team kind of stole that name. Is that the last one? Okay, that's the last one.